Hi, we're at the world famous Jettrim, and we're going to be doing a little mat install here with Gary Hart. Gary is the founder and designer of Jettrim, and he has some helpful hints that will work on your Hydrospace, your SXR, and your SuperJet. So when you guys get these mat kits in the mail and you go to install them, you know all the tricks of the trade.
First thing you need to do is remove your old mats. You'll probably have to scrape them off, make sure the bottom and the two sides of your boat are nice and smooth.
Gary, can you kind of give us an idea of what to expect when we go to install these?
First of all, I would say you need to pull them out of the package and check them all for any flaws or any problems that might happen. And then the next step is what you're going to do is mock it all up so you know what's going on when you get it all glued and ready to install. So basically what we do is we'll hold it up in the exact spot where it's going to be when it's finished and make some small registration marks. So once it's all glued, you'll be able to just realign those marks, and it makes it very simple.
We first put on the side mats, and then you go for the dash, or tell us the steps of the process of putting on each piece.
The sequence would be the side mats first, starting from the top down always. Then the dash would go on second, and it overlaps on some of these pieces here. And then lastly, you would do the bottom mat.
All right, so we're going to install that now.
Okay, here's the spraying process. Put 2 coats of glue, just like spraying paint or anything else, because usually the first coat soaks in, so the second one will actually coat the material. So good idea to put 2 coats of glue.
Tell them also about, if they don't have a real nice pneumatic contact cement sprayer, what other solutions are there in their area? What could they get?
Typically people just use a paintbrush, but you definitely need a brush on glue, not the spray on aerosol type. It doesn't really work that well, so I recommend 3M or Weldwood glue, and it would be the brush on style, not the spray.
So basically we're spraying both surfaces, then it needs to dry.
Yes.
And then you connect it. Okay. So I think it's important that it has to dry, right? You can kind of, what's the feel?
Tack that to where it doesn't get on, to where you can touch it and it doesn't get on your hand.
Okay.
We're going to line up our marks. Don't be afraid to stretch it. It will install better if you put a little bit of a stretch into it. Starting at the top first, always.
Just log on to horizon-community-bank.com to find the branch closest to you.
So now we're going to stretch it over in and stretch it up into the front. And then again, we're going to stretch it around the back. If you don't have a fancy spray gun, same thing, you want 2 coats because the first coat's going to soak in. Okay, and then same thing up here. We're going to start again by lining up our alignment marks, which will ensure that we get it on there straight. And I'm stretching it back. Next, we're going to go up into the front. And then stretch into the back. This is super glue, and this is very important to put around the edges. So basically lift the edges up. Only takes a couple seconds. Okay, so next is the dash piece installation, and we're just going to line it up in the center.
When it comes to designing the bottom tray, you have a few options. And there's options because this helps enhance the handling so your feet are gripping the bottom of the tray and you can make the ski work a little bit better for your style. Now there's a front hump, which is sort of a front wedge that goes at the front of the tray. This puts your foot at an angle, so you have that option. You do have a few options at the back of the tray, which is going to be, this is a standard kick tray, which is just basically a wedge at the back of the tray, so you can give your foot a little bit more leverage at the back of the ski. You also can go for the ergo, which the ergo is designed to get your foot at an angle, so you are pushing your foot towards the corner of the ski, which helps control the slide and grip during turning. And then at Pro Watercraft, we have a extended ergo, which gives you 2 more inches of tray. That same ergo with a little more of a kick at the center of the tray. So for this install, we're going to be using the extended ergo and the front hump. So whether you have a Kawasaki, a SuperJet, a Hydrospace, these are options possibly for your ski. So take a look at our website. And for now, we're going to continue with installing this mat kit. So I'm going to use this extended kick tray. It's an extended ergo from Pro Watercraft, and it's cut to fit the deck shape. However, with the Jettrim mats in place, it does need a little bit of clearance. So you want to pay attention to this so the extended ergos do fit onto the tray really nice. So I'm going to grind that, and then we'll get back to install.
Okay, next sequence is the undermat.
So at Pro Watercraft, we are offering an option for an undermat. Now, your ski may come with one or not, but there's some value to the undermat, and it gives you a little bit more comfort in the tray for your foot. But it not only comfort, but it gives you a little bit more traction because your foot's going to sink in and push down into the tray and allow your foot to have a little bit more grip. More grip is going to give you more control, and that is something that Gary himself has tested and has proven. So throwing down the other mat, and we'll go to the next step. So once we have the undermat down, we're going to install the extended ergo. And at this point, what we want to do is we want to trace around the extended ergo, so we basically cut out the undermat so this extended ergo sits as flat as possible.
Glue the front hump in.
By the master. Solid now.
Got clean. Once the bottom mat is glued, we're going to stick the front corners in. Get the front corners into place, and then you stand in the back and stretch it straight back, right up the middle.
Okay.
Okay, so this is all glued, ready to pull under.
Use a rubber mallet to tap down the sides and the bottom of the new mats you just installed to give it a nice smooth look.
And it's really as simple as that. You know, watching this video, taking these tips, when you get the mat kit, prep everything, make sure it's, you know, prepared. You know, you take the tips and you can do this yourself. So if you have any questions, feel free to email us or call us at prowatercraftracing.com.
Follow us on Facebook at Pro Watercraft Racing, and you'll find our website at prowatercraftracing.com.